Okay, it's been about 3 months and I've been doing a What's for Dinner DD, and after the 3 months I've been getting a lot of comments. One of the comments that I get a lot is, who is this DD and why does she just show her hands? Well, now I think it's time that DD reveals herself. Hi, my name is Dan. I am the DD in What's for Dinner DD. The reason why I never showed myself was I thought my blog was about the food, and my videos were all about the food, not about me, DD. So, to make my viewers happy, I decided to show you DD. Now, DD gets a lot of questions. Another question from one of my viewers is, DD, why don't you make the videos sexier? Show a little cleavage. And I'm like, the only thing sexy about my videos is my food. It's all about the food. Well, anyhow, getting back to the cleavage, I was at this party about 2 years ago, and I saw this woman I hadn't seen in about 20 years. She was wearing this low-cut shirt. It was cut all the way down, almost to her belly button. And she had cleavage that looked like a road map. I thought it was a map of New Jersey showing the Garden State Parkway from exit 2 all the way to 147. It was making me sick. I couldn't even take my eyes off of it. I looked up, I looked down, I looked up, I looked down. I thought it was the most amazing thing I ever saw. I said, hey, Deb, what's with the cleavage? It's like a yardstick. What are you trying to do with it? Who are you impressing with that? That reminds me of a time when I was walking and I saw a line in the sand and it went forever. And I was trying to find the end of the line in the sand. And there was no end, just like Debbie's cleavage. I said, Debbie, cover your chest. You know that comedian Chris Rock, when Janet Jackson exposed herself at the Super Bowl, and he said, hey, Janet, when you're 20, they're everybody's boobies. But when they're 40, it's your man boobies. So I said, Debbie, cover your chest. You're making everybody sick. Well, anyhow, getting back to the food. Today, we're going to make tuna melts. But first, we're going to poach our tuna for our melts. Now we're going to poach the tuna. And I got a nice big piece of tuna, about a pound and a half, from Metropolitan Seafood in Glen, New Jersey. Best fish market in New Jersey. But of course, I love the seafood because Mr. Metropolitan Seafood, Mark Dravick, is my husband. So, anyway, I'm going to poach the salmon. But first, I'm going to get my poaching liquid ready. So in order to do that, I need a pot. And I got my pot here, and it's one of my favorite pots. To my pot, I added a cup of water. Now, to my pot, I'm going to add a cup of Pinot Grigio, because that's what I had, and I like a Pinot Grigio because it's nice, light, and crispy. So, here we go. I'm going to add a cup of that. Also, I'm going to add a little olive oil. It's all about flavor. And I'm making Italian tuna melts. Because, you know, I am Italian. So, here, I add a little olive oil. I'm going to say about a quarter cup. To that, I'm going to add 1 bay leaf because it makes it look so pretty. Also going to add some rosemary. That's pretty. Some fresh oregano. Bunch of garlic cloves. And I like leeks. So I'm going to add a bunch of leeks. I'm also going to season the poaching liquid. And I'm just going to season it with a little pinch of salt, like so, and a little pinch of coarse black pepper, or 2 pinches, because it's so cute, it gets 2. Now I'm going to cover that, and I'm going to bring it up to the boil. Okay, my water's up to a boil, and you can really smell all the herbs and the vegetables cooking away. It smells delicious. here I got a beautiful steak. It's tuna. The color is beautiful. It's all purpley and burgundy, and it has no smell whatsoever because no one wants to eat a stinky piece of fish. So I'm gonna put this in here, and I salt and pepper to one side. Now I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna salt and pepper this side, and I'm gonna cook it for 3 to 4 minutes on the side until my tuna is completely done. So I'm going to cover this back up for now, and I'm going to cook it for another 3 minutes. Okay, my tuna's done cooking, and as you can see, it's a little smoky and hot. It's a little hot to the touch, but it's cooked through, and it's going to be able to be broken up with a fork really nice. It's going to look really pretty. But in the meantime, while we're waiting for that to cool, I'm going to assemble my salad. First, I'm going to make my lemon and olive oil dressing. I chopped up some really nice oregano that I'm going to put in the bowl like so. I'm also going to add some lemon zest. And this is my little zester, and I just run it down the lemon, and I get all these nice little yellow curls, which I'm going to chop up and add to my dressing. And that's nice. That's a lot of lemon. It's going to give it a nice, strong, lemony smell. And I'm going to chop it up. Like so. Now I'm going to cut the lemon and I'm going to add the lemon juice. I got a lot of tuna there, so I'm going to add the juice of 1 full lemon. Oops. Got a little in my eye. That hurts. I'm also going to add to this garlic powder because I don't want a big chunk of garlic in my mouth when I'm eating my tuna melt. So that's about a 1/4 cup. I'm going to add some salt, a little more salt. I'm going to add some coarse ground pepper. To this, I'm also going to add some of my cooking liquid from my tuna. And I'm going to be very careful. I just want to get a little liquid. There's a lot of nice flavor in there. So that was about a tablespoon of the cooking liquid. And it still smells delicious. Now I'm going to add, I want to say about a 1/4 cup to a 1/2 cup of extra virgin olive oil. And I like my olive oil, that's why I got such a big gap in it. And I'm just going to whisk it up to incorporate it. Okay, my tuna is kind of cool and I can handle it, and it's easier just to separate with my fingers, and then I'm going to take a fork and I'm going to make it a little smaller. So I got my dressing in here. It's all mixed up with my lemon and my garlic and my olive oil and the fresh oregano, and now I'm just pulling apart my tuna, which is so moist and tender. This is going to be one delicious dish. When I'm done shredding this up, I'm going to add about a cup of onion. And what the onion is going to do besides giving it flavor is it's going to give it a nice texture. It's going to be a little crunchy. So with the nice soft tuna and the lemony and the olive oil, we're going to have a little crunchy. And then we're going to melt some cheese, and we're going to use a panini maker to make our tuna melts. Okay, the tuna's all mixed up, and I got a nice Italian bread. I pulled out the center. This is Asiago cheese that I cut real thin. I'm going to put a little on the bottom. I'm going to put a couple of scoops of my tuna. It's my sandwich like so. Because it's a tuna melt. And I'm going to add a couple more slices of cheese. And it's Asiago again. It's up for me. And I'm going to close it up real nice. I'm going to spray my panini maker with a little non-stick spray. I don't think I really need it. I'm going to put my sandwich.
What's for dinner, Dee Dee?
We have Italian tuna melts. The cheese is all nice and melted. The outside of the bread's all nice and crunchy. We got a nice lemon olive oil dressing for our poached tuna. That's